I walked out with good old dog man right here. I walked out with a smile. Put me in a good mood. But it does have some problems. One big problem. So I want y'all to look at this. This is a series of very popular books by Dav Pilkey called Dog Man. Now, I don't want y'all to be confused by these cute pictures and these colorful covers and everything. This is a very horrifying story right here, very tragic. This is, I think you may have even mentioned this, but this is our modern day RoboCop right here. Yeah, this is a very horrifying story about a cop named Knight and his faithful companion dog, Greg, over here. They were doing their job. They were in an accident, trying to defuse a bomb one day. Things did not go as planned, and both of them were very much injured, almost, well, it was very life-threatening. I mean, they almost died in the line of duty. The only thing that could save them, Martin, is if they took the head off the dog and the body off the man and somehow combine them both into this monstrosity called Dog Man.
Yeah, because I guess the man's head was going to die. He was brain dead. And the dog's body was going to wither. So
he was body dead.
Yeah, body dead. So they very quickly glossed over the fact that they sewed these two together, and with a few jokes, you never thought about how tragic or sick it was.
No. These two lesbians, before they made out back here, they looked at each other and said, "Hey, we got a great idea. Let's just take the head of the dog and put it on the man. What are you gonna do with the man's head? I don't know." But hey, we got Dog Man, and listen. Yes, Dog Man was born. Sure, Dog Man ended up being one of the greatest cops out there. He ended up being one of the top cop on the force. Keeping what was the city they lived in? OK Town?
I cannot remember.
It's OK Town is what it was. Making OK Town. Hey, keep it Otay. Hey, Dog Man helped keep OK Town okay.
Yeah.
Just right. But the thing is that you don't realize is that just like RoboCop, he lost everything. Lost his home, lost his girl. The only thing that he has to keep him going is his arch nemesis, Peter the Cat. Who just happens to be so evil and is trying to take over OK Town so much that he keeps old Dog Man busy over here and hopefully can keep his mind off the tragedy that is his life. Sure, he's a villain, but he's giving Dog Man purpose.
On the upside, the cop was not very smart.
The dog was smarter than the cop.
The dog was smarter, so this kind of works out.
Yeah, he actually did that cop a favor, man. Put that cop out his misery. That cop is gone. Look at
it's almost like that cop's head going like, "I'm still here." Like, no, you ain't.
Let's go ahead. And people, believe it or not, this is what I'm talking about. This is why Trump has made these ambassadors to Hollywood. Because believe it or not, after this tragic story, this horrific story we told you, that's considered to be children's entertainment. This is considered to be a kids film. What is Hollywood doing, man? I don't know. No wonder this world is a mess. Let's go ahead and take a look at Dog Man.
Green, red, green? Wait. Aren't dogs colorblind?
It's like you wonder why he ain't dead sooner.
Exactly.
That dog was never gonna make it. That dog was doomed.
It's almost like, man, dog, you up. I shouldn't have been in this equation to begin with.
And fight as one.
How evil can one cat be?
Pretty evil!
as horrific as this is beloved by children everywhere. I see some people in the chat already talking about, hey, that's how the Chief, it sounded in my head before this movie came out. Oh, this is just how I pictured that right there. I don't know anything about the books. I guess I've seen them, around.
I knew a little Captain Underpants, but I never got into Dog
Same
Man.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave Pilkey.
It's funny too, because you think we joking, but that man's dead. They do not tell you where that head
They
went.
sure don't.
We were kind of joking before, but I was serious. Like, what do they do with his head? They don't ever answer that question at all. That head's in the trash.
It's in a jar somewhere.
Man, no, in this movie, it's in the trash. That's in the dumpster in the back. Damn bandage wrapped man head back there, and that belonged with that dog's body.
They really didn't care.
No, they don't answer that at all. That man is gone. They don't care and no one gave a shit.
They didn't.
Kids, no one. No doctors, no one. They might have ate that head. We don't know. Oh, I know people thinking, that's going to happen to you and Pixie one day. Your dumbass going to slip up and going to come back and Pixie's going to be running things with my body.
that little tiny head.
Yeah, my little tiny head with my hands. Hey, everybody, let's do a show.
No, Jesus.
And my head's going to be wrapped up in a bandage. I like this, man. I like it. It was fun. I walked out with a smile.
Dog Man.
Dog Man. Yes, Dog Man, that's you. I walked out with good old Dog Man right there. I walked out with a smile. Put me in a good mood. But it does have some problems. One big problem when I was when I saw the trailer for this, and as you know, I think I mentioned this before, when I was looking at the trailer for this and I was getting all excited talking about how I'm looking forward to this. And I'm not kidding, y'all. It was like one of the movies I was looking forward to the most in this early 2025. But I did say, this humor is so fast-paced and it's so silly. Can they maintain for an hour and a half? And for me, it did not. It couldn't. And it ended up having some of the problems that I thought it would. So this thing, you can see from the trailer how frantic it is. It's so frantic that it gets numbing. Because this thing goes into some ridiculous places, man. It's like, like jokes will just, the jokes are just random sometimes. And very often early on, they do work.
Mayor, Dog Man is the champ of catching Petey. That's not fair.
Oh, that's not fair. Here, call this number.
Life's not fair. What? Life's not fair.
When I was looking at that, I was like, wow, he actually, because when she gave him that number, I was like, oh, you were going to call it.
yeah, right here now.
Yeah, right. You're going to go through real time and call that number. They did that. And I laughed at that. By the way, that's the mayor who's mad at Dog Man because Dog Man keeps failing at catching Petey.
No, he catches Petey.
But Petey just keeps breaking out of jail.
Yeah.
But she keeps getting mad at Dog Man about it. Yeah, Dog Man is the scapegoat. I don't know, for some reason she just does not like Dog Man. This was funny to me. That little joke right there. I like stuff like this. But the charm of something like that wears off after 30 minutes. And that's because, well, for one, you have an origin story, which kind of helps get you through. Mm-hmm. And then once that origin story is done, once you kind of, you laugh at the humor and whatnot, I think quality just dips a little bit. And some of it, not all of it, some of it has to do with that fast-paced, frantic feeling. It's just almost like, somebody hitting you in the same spot over and over again until it's just numb.
Little kid going, hey,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
And I drew this, and then I drew this, and
Yeah.
I drew this,
Yeah.
and I drew this. Oh, that's cool. Wait. I gotta show you the rest. And I did this, and this. Is this gonna wrap up soon? Yeah. Oh, and I did this, and I did this, and I did this.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Kid. Damn,
That kind of hurt myself. Listen, this rapid fire silliness that they do right here, this is what I was thinking, and it did work out that way. I said, man, this would work better in short chunks, like for a TV show. Like, if you have 15-minute episodes of this where they can keep piling it on, then that's fine. The buildup for 15 minutes is great. Just getting stupid for 15 minutes is great. But, I think that this it could have actually, I think it's still, even with this kind of humor, it still could have maintained a longer format better if for a movie they didn't do that thing of thinking that more is better. They just keep dumping stuff on there. because some of the stuff that they just keep adding for a movie is like, okay, that's a little too late to be bringing that in right there.
Oh yeah, you mean like a second villain
Yeah,
in the last
a third villain. People, okay. First of all, there are too many characters in here. Look, we already got a villain, Petey the cat, but they bring in another main villain during the climax of the movie. You know, so the one that's brought in it's a evil mechanical fish that's brought back from the dead, voiced by Ricky Gervais, who I was looking forward to. It's Flippy the fish.
Yeah.
Flippy, and they told you he was coming. It's not like they just sprung him up on you, because I was actually kind of laughing about Flippy the fish, because Lil Ray Howery, who voices the chief, he was talking about him, and he kind of built him up and had me excited. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's see Flippy. Let's see what Flippy gonna do. And then, you know, they kept shuffling all these other characters before Flippy. The mayor came in, who was kind of an antagonist in her own way.
Yeah.
So actually, she's almost kind of villain-like. And then after the mayor, then you had Petey before, and then after Petey, you know, we got one Petey, and I know this is part of the books.
Yeah.
But then Petey decides to clone himself, and now we got little Petey or mini Petey.
Right.
Step 3, open door to retrieve your clone. Step 4, wait 18 years for your clone to reach adulthood? What?
You know, that's a funny joke, and
Yeah.
I thought, and actually, little Petey's cute. He's part of the books, but then little Petey goes off and gets Grandpa Petey to come in, and then they got some whole thing about fatherhood going on, a story about that, and then and after Grandpa Petey comes in, they got this fatherhood thing going on. We about 15 minutes before the movie ends, and then that's when you decide to bring in goddamn Flippy.
Oh yeah, Flippy.
Why you Flippy? And
Get your black ass over here.
that's when you and that's when you decide to bring in Flippy. The last 15 minutes of the movie, you got your flipping mind. That's what you are. I'm like, what? And that's a major villain.
I know.
We already got characters we still ain't kind of finished dealing with.
We already got a plot line we're trying to wrap up, and now you're bringing this.
Goddamn, what? I thought, well, I guess Flippy ain't gonna be part of the movie. I guess it's just a joke. And shit, 15 minutes, and they brought his ass. I'm like, I was like, no, man, no.
Going back.
Man, we gotta go somewhere now.
We'll bring you back for the sequel. No, can't show it up now.
Flippy brings in a whole new story. Man, we got about 20, 15 minutes before this movie's done, and they still introducing plot lines. They still introducing more characters, because now Flippy got a device that brings buildings to life like goddamn giant kaiju. I'm like, no, man, we got time for this. No, don't Google, no, nobody want to hear that Google gabba gabba shit. No, man. I'm like, we gonna bring. What the hell is this? And people, that is random as hell.
Yeah, there was no kind of setup for that.
No, I was like, what we doing? Man, we didn't even like build up to this. No pun intended. You know, I mean, I'm like, what? I mean, I saw the sign earlier. I get it, but goddamn, you didn't have to like literally do it. You know? The books are popular for a reason.
Like
so
you can say it's just like the books because these things are in the books, but that doesn't mean the book tells the story the same way.
Yeah, how many books did it take to get to that point? Because I'm looking at this. The way I'm looking at it, it took damn 8 books to get the Flippy right here.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I like Martin was saying, I get it, man. It's like a kid with a wild imagination just making stuff up, you know, quickly making stuff up. I understand, which is cute for a while, as it is with any kid. But after a while, you know, when that kid keeps going and going, you're like, all right, okay, I had enough now, you know, to take your little ass on somewhere. It's just, where your mom at? Should not look.
Mr. Cole, well, Corey, my mom said you're gonna play with me.
Yeah.
Let's play with my action figures. Okay, I'm gonna come in now. Brr.
How about you read these goddamn books right here and leave me alone?
No. We're acting out the book though.
So, somebody come get this damn kid over here.
An hour later, he's like, that's just the first book. Now there's still 9 more books.
You know what? That kid would be abandoned. That kid be sitting on a park bench by himself. So
I know. But you're trying to hook up with his mom, so you gotta.
It ain't worth it. There's plenty out there without that kid. I'll find one with an older kid who ain't reading this shit and want to tell me about it. I'll find one who's reading adult books. And it's not just that they introduced characters too late or that the movie's moving too fast or anything like that. I think the movie started out very clever, and by the end, it is a kid's movie, but near the end, like when I said the quality dips, I think that the cleverness dips a little bit, because now we went from all these clever visual jokes, all these clever gags that they did, all these weird irreverent gags that they did. Now we get into fart jokes. Now we getting childish. I want y'all to look at this building right here. I mean, I ain't talking about. Listen, I told you. I don't mind a fart joke if it's funny and you can do it quick.
Yeah.
Boy, they took that time setting this up. Look at what they did right here.
Get up!
You see that now? They went all that way. Did all that for that damn fart joke. The building had to fall down, turn around, put his ass up in the air. Just that little simple fart right there.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. Y'all just childish. I know this is a children's movie, but goddamn, you ain't got to be that childish.
Hey, they know their audience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing now that I set it up. What I said to myself in the movie, I was like, I already know where this is going. I'm like, you put your ass up in there, you're going to fart.
Yeah.
Just get it over with.
Yeah.
But like I said, I did like it. And I would tell you, because I'm talking about the things that are a problem with the movie. And I'm saying that because I like the movie enough to where I wish it was able to just, continue with what I liked at the beginning as it went along. And I'll tell you what I liked about the movie in a little bit. I mean, but I don't think you liked the movie as well as I did, because you get mad at Julie. He was mad at Julie. Look, I'll blame you.
Come on, man. Look, I don't mind people enjoying stuff, but he was laughing his ass off the entire time.
And he got that laugh that draws out.
Yeah, and you're like, I really did like this movie for about the first 12 minutes. And then I continued kind of chuckling, but I realized I'm just doing it because he's right here next to me. But when I really stopped to think about it, it has stopped being clever, and it's being actually pretty repetitive. And you watch this trailer, you go like, man, this movie is frantic. No, this trailer's toned down from the movie. It is constantly this. Lil Rel Howery is yelling all of his dialogue. Watching this movie, it was like watching a guy snort 4 lines of cocaine and drink a 6-pack of Celsius and then go up and do open mic at a kid's birthday party. And the weird thing is, what I liked was the origin of Dogman and to see what Dogman was going to do. Yeah, well, all that, because shortly, once it runs out of cleverness, this movie is all about Petey the Cat. This is the Petey the Cat movie, and about him and his daddy issues, and everything else with Dogman is just kind of at the side. It actually is just there to serve Petey's story, which is fine. I really liked Pete Davidson. I liked his voice work as Petey the Cat. I was like, well, Petey's the most interesting thing, even though he's got to yell every goddamn thing too. This is just so geared at a young ADHD audience. And I know if you grew up with the books, you go like, oh, well, this is in there, this is in there, this is in there. But I can't imagine these books were as just spastic as this is all the time, especially to be 10 books.
Oh, Martin, no. Martin,
it's too bad, because I went in with pretty, well, I won't say high hopes, but like to the trailer, I was like, this could be fun or just okay. And I just was like, yeah, okay, left the building within the first 30 minutes.
Oh, Martin, people are saying, where's your inner child at? Martin, come on.
I am too old to be looking at my inner child.
Oh, well, maybe you can get one off of Shopify, man. We'll buy you one off of there. You get a lot of things on Shopify. People, we have to give a word out to our sponsor right now, which is Shopify, real quick. And just want to tell you about Shopify because we have so many talented people in our community. A lot of you create art and more things. And I encourage you to please So, yeah, see,
Yeah,
she knows.
okay.
She knows. She's going right now. I got something to say.
Why did you say so?
Take it from Toffee the cat. Hey, if you got something that you need to sell or something that you can sell, be your own business person, be your own entrepreneur, start your online business. And the best place to start is with Shopify. They have powerful social media tools that let you connect all your channels, and you can create shoppable posts that help you sell everywhere that people scroll. And act now. You don't want somebody else starting that store with your idea or doing what you're doing. So get it started. In fact, they want you to get started so quickly they make it easy for you with this deal I got for you. Go to shopify.com/toasted. That's shopify.com/toasted. All lowercase. Put that in and get a $1 per month trial period. Go ahead, get started today. Got nothing to lose. They do everything else for you. All you got to do is start selling. I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there for your support. So, the thing is, Martin, and I get it. Why? You're an adult. I mean, I'm not even saying that as a joke.
But there's plenty of these movies, these family friendly movies that do have some fun and cleverness. It's not like I go like, animation.
Well, I think there is cleverness and a lot of other things in the movie besides the story. The thing is that kids will enjoy it.
Yeah. For sure.
maybe not 15-year-olds or 16-year-olds. Maybe they will, I don't know. But if you like Hot Rod Todd, who's in our chat right now, so they have a 10-year-old. They're gonna love it.
Yeah.
They're gonna love it.
For sure.
Now kids will enjoy it. Now, if you're an adult taking your kid, I'm not sure. Maybe not. I'm not sure how it will maintain for the adults with the kids out there. My thing is, because it goes to what you're saying. Like, I think this is great for kids. I don't know how it's going to play for every adult out there. I do think there was potential to find the middle ground, the sweet spot for that. I don't know. Now, like I said, I always say this. I don't want to make my own movie, but pull back on some characters, maybe, even if it's all in the books. For a movie, pull back on some characters, slow down some parts, concentrate more on Dog Man dealing with this new existence, his emotional turmoil, adjusting a new life. And it makes it sound like, wait, hey, wait, this is a kid's movie, hold on. But the thing is that stuff was actually funny.
Yeah.
It was clever and it was funny. Mm-hmm. Like Dog Man having to get a new home, looking at, that sounds tragic, but that's also funny. Like looking at his girlfriend that's gone, it's like, no, that was a human girl,
Yeah.
Been pining for this woman
who just abandoned him.
Yeah, just abandoned him.
But how he solves cases now as a man dog.
Yeah, he's fighting. Man, listen. It's like it's a lot of funny stuff. I saw some subtext in here that probably maybe I'm reading too much. I don't know. It's just again like with RoboCop, the man fighting the machine. The man was fighting the dog here.
Yeah.
He was trying to do his job and fighting the urges that a dog has, which was affecting his job sometimes. So I felt bad for him, but they were also very funny. Him having to get a new home. He bought a new home. It's a little doghouse. Like, oh, he got to go in this doghouse. I knew this was going to happen. He goes in there and it's a mansion.
It's like a TARDIS.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that they just montage through. And it's like, man, you could actually spend some time here. And there's a lot to mine there. Some really good humor.
Well, there's stuff there like they did give him a moment. There's a moment where he goes and he's having a hard time, and they managed to not make it something where it was too heavy. They didn't try to make it. They didn't try to make it too funny either. It's like where it hit a nice spot where it was funny, but it was also kind of sad. Where he goes home and he realizes he has no friends, anything, and he just gets a guitar and just howls at the movie while he's playing. So it's things like that I give the movie credit for. Those parts work, and I wish they had done more stuff like that. And I think I don't know what we could have done with Petey, but Petey has a story where a reason why he's evil. It gets to a point where Petey and Dogman are kind of therapeutic for each other. Mm-hmm. The Batman and Joker for a while, but then after a while they realize, these, they probably kind of need each other. I wish they explored that more. Like I said, I did like it. Some things did work for me through the whole movie. Maybe the gags didn't always work or the story didn't always work, but through the whole movie, there was some things that worked. Like I love the design of the film. I like that, it has this feel of kids' drawings. The colors look and the lines look like a combination of markers and crayons. Mm-hmm. It's like if you look at the way all the squiggly lines that are drawn off of facial features and other details, look like somebody took a crayon and drew those on these characters right here.
Yeah, it's cool.
I like the way that they play with words, but I like the way the animation even mimics kids' drawings. Like whenever they had smoke or an explosion, you get those little squiggly lines in there, like a kid draws. You know, things like that I give the movie credit for. I think the fast-paced jokes work better visually throughout the whole movie, you know, because I was impressed with how there was scenes stuffed with gags throughout the whole film. From beginning to end, every scene has something, almost. There's always something in the background. There's always a joke written on something. You know, you saw it in you saw it in the trailer, man, when the bomb blew up. Let me see.
Wait, aren't dogs?
You know, like the timer reads out, oops, right there. You know, I thought that was kind of clever. I like the voice actors in this. I thought Pete Davidson, I always have to remind myself that was him. I did not.
Even though the characters have the same name.
The name Petey and Pete. I wonder if that's why they hired him there. Oh, I'll just get Pete. Lil Ray Howery. I know you didn't like him. I actually like him. I thought he had a lot of energy, and I like what he brought to the character. Yeah, I mean, you know, I guess
that's me.
I know that's where we differ. You know, it's okay. It's all right. But look, listen. I could see that kind of energy appealing to somebody like me, and I could also see it getting somebody's goddamn nerves. You know, I could see that. Well, let me ask you this. What did you think about Isla Fisher? Isla Fisher. I got down on the Isla Fisher as she plays as reporter, Sarah Hadoff.
Yeah, she was fine.
I thought she was funny because she really embraced the silliness. Like she's a reporter, and every now and then they cut to her, and she be making her own news sounds like doo 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 doo. Oh yeah, you know, things like that really made me laugh. So, you know, I think that there's a lot of redeeming qualities in the movie. I think in one of the more important areas in the movie is where it kind of dropped the ball, and that is with the story. But as I said, who is this really aimed towards? And it's aimed towards kids. And I always tell you, I knew it. I'm gonna go in and choke that dog and watch him come back here. He's gonna have his head on my body.
Or your body on his
man dog.
Your head on his body.
I will tell you if I think something is not good kids entertainment. I tell you that all the time, man. I just got through telling everybody about Harold and the Purple Crayon, you know. So I will tell you if I don't think something's good in kids entertainment. I think that, yes, maybe not for adults, but this is great for the kids, especially if they like the books. And I think it's, you know, it's something there for the adults for at least a period. I can't guarantee that it'll be there for you the whole time, but I think you'll get some chuckles near the beginning of the movie. But yeah, I don't think the movie's a loss. I think it's, I'm slightly disappointed, but then I had my hopes up for it. But I think it's all right. Yeah, you know, I walked out, like I said, amused and in a good mood. What you want to do? You wrap up?
Yeah. I mean, everything you say about the art style and the animation is true, and I completely agree with. I like the way that looks. It almost has a quasi claymation look to it.
Yeah.
I think in pacing and in tone, it's similar to, but not as successful as, say, the Lego movie or the Lego Batman movie. You know, those movies move pretty fast, and they got a lot of jokes, but they somehow got the pacing right to where you stop enough to like, oh yeah,
no, they're much better films, but they're written better. And
yeah.
I think they even have the jokes written in mind for an older audience sometimes.
Yeah. And you know, just some movies they just come out the gate skewing young. I don't think you don't have to do that. It's easy to include everyone, but this really goes for that. Or I guess young adults who grew up with the books. You know, I mean, there's a big contingent of audience who, hey, this is a property that I know from childhood, and I just want to see those things. And so everything else about it, whether it's working or not, they turned a blind eye to it, and they enjoy it for what it is. And if that's you, that's fine. Especially for kids, especially the more, you know, hyper rambunctious kids, this is their jam. For me, it was but after a promising beginning, I just found the movie tedious. And that's the thing. It's like, how can it be tedious if so much is happening?
That's you right there. Damn you, dog man.
I wish. I hated it. Dog man was actually the only calming character in this. And because he didn't talk. But no. I mean, I take that back. You know, characters like him, I like Lil Petey. I like Pete. And even the reporter, but just everything else was it's just one of these things, a cartoon that's just full of loud colors. And it's always that feeling like it didn't have to be this way. You could have done something just a little a little better, just a little more thoughtful. It's like, hey, all these things are in the books. Rather than have these things happen, unfold naturally, or put some in this movie and put some in this movie, they took those 10 books and just crammed it all into the one movie, which is why it's moving at such a fast clip, because we got 90 minutes to get all this in there. And it's just too bad, in my opinion. So this just ends up being kind of just a rental.
I'm the one that liked this a little bit better. Like I said, once it stopped being funny with the story, it did keep me laughing with visuals, and it did keep me laughing with, there were spots. It wasn't consistent, but there were spots where it caught me off guard with a chuckle. And I love just looking at it. That's the thing. The only thing that, once everything was done, the visuals just kept my attention. And some of the characters. Like I said, put me in a good mood. I liked it. I'll give it a matinee. And I'm really thinking about the kids when I say that. I think the kids will really enjoy this. So yeah, matinee for me. Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.